It's a matter of if you want to be in a group with EJK or if you want to be in a group with Believe.
Like I don't want to be a group with either of them. Like, can I
No.
just say that?
Yeah,
Can we
yeah.
like can you seed me into like group A and make like an awkward 5-man
Mhm.
group and just see how it happens?
Right? Both players are very strong in those groups already, so maybe it might come down to just what matchup that you're more comfortable in. But we are going to get into this game number 3, Bridgehead, and this best of 5 series is game number 3. So in the right side of this map is the blue Zerg player winning that first game and not quite keeping up with the upgrades. From Finland, it is ZhuGeLiang.
And his opponent, representing Japan, the Red Zarg player Vaisravana from Detonation Pro Esports Team. It's like we're not detonate. That's when there was another team named Detonation, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta
Man.
differentiate ourselves, guys." Oh, well, we're the Pro Esports Team.
That's what I always love those translations from like the East Asian countries where like they just add on another like word just to make it different from whatever it is beforehand. So it is a Detonation Team Blue Pro Esports Team organization.
To be honest, like, why not? Just honestly, why not? You differentiate yourself, even if you dress weirdly or like talk weirdly or have a weird name. You're still like, that's the weird guy. Hey, we got this. Like, people remember you. So
Right? And that's really what all marketing is, just getting people to know who you are and to remember you. And when you're a marketer and that happens, you're going to be dancing in your chair because that's the ultimate dream of a marketer.
I always love that whenever I see advertisements and someone's like, that's a stupid advertisement. It's like, well, you remembered it. If you think it's stupid, you still remember that was a stupid advertisement. Guys, to talk about what's going on Bridgehead, one of these was like a 12 pool and the other one was kind of something around there. Vaisravana will be going for gas, getting speed, and if he can survive the early moments of these battles, he will be able to take a lead.
Yeah, and ZhuGeLiang going to go ahead and get that hatch down here pretty quick compared to Vaisravana. So we might see Vaisravana pull out a little bit of aggression here. But, last time we said that he didn't. He just got that speed just to be safe. And it looks like he might be doing the same, just pulling off those guys from gas. So not looking to go into banelings or anything like that.
Not even necessarily doing banelings, but with the nature of this map, kind of the attack angles, you can see when lings are going across the map, and just having metabolic boost itself, you can kind of take baneling. You can just do, Ling v Ling battles decently on Bridgehead, which I've seen often before, kind of skipping the baneling time. But neither of these players have actually done anything with banelings yet in the series. They've got it, but never actually utilized it.
Yeah, both players are very much dictating by the way that the timing of the roaches come out. So both players willing, since it might just be a thing because they're playing on North America server right now. So one player's from Europe and one's from Japan, and so they're playing cross server technically right now.
Exactly, so it may not be that fun. Being very careful, they don't want any lag, and then crap, lost 30 lings to one baneling, which has happened to me before.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
But not because of lag, though. Just kind of happened. We'll see.
No, it's always lag. It's always lag.
Oh, it's always.
Never
I'm like,
else.
stupid lag. Like, feel bad for me, other player. Just please feel bad for me.
Yeah, if Call of Duty has taught me anything, it's always because of the lag. So,
Oh, definitely, it's always because of lag.
yeah.
Right
never
now-
or anything else, but
Right now, biggest thing from Zhu right here is he desperately needs to identify whether that third base is down. Vaisravana has opened aggressively in previous games, and you see this one Overlord that Hawkeye was actually looking at a little bit earlier, kind of just patrolling for either whether it be a natural base or a third base down there, but yeah, just desperately trying to identify, okay, do you have a third base or not? Still doesn't see any creeping. I mean, he's got to assume it, otherwise Lings would already be out, but still, it's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're trying to identify that.
yeah, and we're gonna actually see that ZhuGeLiang is actually not getting his speed yet for his Zerglings quite yet. So he's he's trying to get a scout off to see if there's gonna be aggression or not. And he's a little bit worried. He does have that spine crawler build, and that roachborn down, but I think he realizes that he's gonna be relatively safe for now. So he's gonna pull back one of those queens and make the other queen start pushing down and putting some creep tumors and start getting that creep spread going.
Honestly, right now, looking at what Vaisravana is doing, I feel he just plays way too safe. He's getting a spine call, yet he's got metabolic boost, he's got lings, and never really scouted with them. He doesn't know about the natural base. You can assume it from kind of the opener that Zhu did, but still, I'd love to see him be a little bit more aggressive, maybe try to deny a third base of Zhu as he's been playing like he did in at least the first game, again and again trying to deny that. It's gone both ways, but on Bridgehead, when you're kind of out of that very early stages of the game, past the 5-minute mark, it does come down to who contests the third base better.
Yeah, gonna have to agree with that here. We do see that speed is halfway done for ZhuGeLiang, and he's gonna go ahead and go into that lair and get that evil chamber. So this time it might be ZhuGeLiang that might be ahead in the upgrade, which will be a change of pace for him. Yeah, definitely getting a third base.
Getting his third base and getting a layer with those upgrades, everything's coming together for him, but still, he needs to secure this. He needs to pump out a couple more roaches. Don't quite see that many yet, but for Vaisravana, finally he's being aggressive. 7, or actually just kind of total of 11 roaches coming out. Some more lings, and yes, Zhu, he's got what he needs to defend, but just not quite enough roaches. He needs to identify that pressure's coming across and desperately take more gas. He's only actually mining off 1 gas at the moment.
Yeah, so Lings poke in for just a second. They're going to see the handful of roaches, the queen, and the spine crawler there. So not something that these pack of Zerglings going to be able to do. But with those roaches that will be coming out here soon, they might be able to get deny this third base.
They very well may be able to deny this third base, but they've been kind of delayed for a little while with the ling pressure that may have actually given away that's what Vaisravana was doing, allowing Zhu to get a couple more roaches here and there. And oh, actually the lings will be able to run by them. Desperately looking for a drone killer too, but just come out on the other side of that pretty darn scathed. Roll roaches heading out on the map. Currently it is even on army supply, but Vaisravana's third base is incredibly delayed, and less so economically, but more so, Zhu is going to have a lot more production for the defenses like he did on Terraform, and I think that's going to really impact this fight going down right here.
Yeah, so these roaches are going to start getting in positions, and ZhuGeLiang looking like he doesn't have the full surface area quite yet, but the lings kind of wrap around, so they're going to go ahead and force that engagement here, and Spinecrawler gets transfused, so definitely being able to put that extra DPS in, and ZhuGeLiang's going to be able to take this engagement.
Really nice micro from Zhu right there. Instead of his own roaches focusing down lane, something of the sort, he did go for the enemy roaches of Vaisravana, and that is one of the biggest thing when you get ling surrounds. Often just the attacks kind of go awry. Your opponent does attacks the wrong thing, whatever, and that shuts down them, allowing your own units to get out the DPS. And there it was good micro. Zhu holds, and off the back, this as you were saying, he's got +1 on the way, some other stuff, but he does not have any vision in the back of his base. Actually, no, he does beautifully, just barely have vision on the lings hitting the back of his base.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, so we're gonna see those lings.
No, he doesn't. Take it back.
Wait. Does he not? Oh,
no, he doesn't.
I see. He doesn't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these lings, they don't do much damage really quick. So these rocks are actually gonna be able to stay up for a while here, but you know, just opening up that extra attack avenue path for later on in this series is definitely a big option here. So if these lings aren't going to do anything, they might as well be breaking down the rocks in secret.
Definitely, we've seen Vaisravana a couple times kind of go for the aggression, then has to pull back because he underestimated his opponent, and this may provide him another alleyway that just kind of pull back, go down on the map, and push through into the natural instead of the third. Lings will be working on those rocks. Burrow is on the way for Zhu, and I like it. All his upgrades are coming together. Plus, he'll be on +2/1 with Burrow. I assume Tunneling Claws off the back of this, but that'll still be a little ways off. And Zhu, he really plays... These lings will... I'm trying to think how to say it. Like, he very much just plays reactionary, but he doesn't have the best map control, and because of that he sometimes gets late. Like, he does defend the roach pushes, but he has to push out a ton of roaches, and he's just waiting to see what his opponent does. But now the ling's in his main, or sorry, in his natural, his roaches actually go all the way around.
Yeah, but we are going to see some roaches do pop out in the nick of time here, so these lings are going to get shut down. So just getting that queen and those 4 drones here, which is going to kind of put some of the brakes on the production, but not too much. And we do see a large amount of roaches are actually out for ZhuGeLiang, 43, and they're going to have that +2 advantage, +1 advantage here really quickly.
Not only that, they will have Burrow to see the Burrow micro, and as I was just mentioning before that Ling counterattack, Zoo desperately needs some more Overlords on the map, and that's exactly what he's doing. Really taking back map control, and taking it back not only with them, but with these Roaches. I'd love to see an Overseer just to clear up some creep, but now it's up to Vaisravana to see how he wants to defend. He knows they're going for his back rocks, and his Roaches himself are a little bit indecisive about where they want to go and how they want to engage.
Yeah, so Vaisravana is currently at 1-0 right now, and then we're going to see 2-1 actually for ZhuGeLiang. So ZhuGeLiang could force an engagement right now, but I don't think he realizes that he's ahead in the upgrade lead. So ZhuGeLiang going to go ahead and play it safe here, just clearing those rocks, forcing that pressure. They're going to move out here, so well inside of the Overlords.
Roaches of Vaisravana just decided, you know what, if we're going to take this engagement, we want the most area. Right now, it is 70 Roaches to 60. That is Vaisravana with a very slight lead right here. And looks like he's going to try to take another base, but he's actually completely out of position to deal with the Zoo, or maybe he's in the right position to get a full surround.
Yeah, so we're going to see ZhuGeLiang's just going to go ahead and just take out the third base really quickly here. And now we're going to see the big engagement going to be happening. So ZhuGeLiang taking some shots, actually, 3 or 4 shots. And I feel like he could have set himself to be in a really good position for the engagement. But ZhuGeLiang just choosing to retreat and losing a ton of Roaches along the way.
Vaisravana has many more Roaches, about 10 to 15 more, but ZhuGeLiang is at 2-1 versus the only +1 attack of Vaisravana. If Zhu just takes a nice concave, he will be able to hold this, but it needs to be on his own turf and taken in his own concave. And here it's going to come down. Beautiful concave does occur, but Vaisravana pushes forward very aggressively and is fighting on 2 fronts right now. Splits up Zhu. There's Roaches just barely kind of clumping up together, but beautiful. The Tongue Claws and no Overseers from Vaisravana. I don't know if Zhu actually wanted to give up that position right there, but his Roaches will be able to heal when they're burrowed.
Yeah, that healing when burrowed, they just get so much of their life back here. And ZhuGeLiang really needed to do that, and he's going to have to hope for his production, but because there's just a ton of Roaches here from Vaisravana. The number of Roaches, even with the upgrade lead, is just really going to force ZhuGeLiang to just make more Roaches, so even though with his position. And we're going to see this is still a really close match.
Well, the third base did go down of Zoo. Over on the left-hand side, both bases, the third and the natural of Vaisravana were killed. And now this is looking amazing for Zoo. He not only defended, he's taken his 4th off the back of this, technically his 3rd now, and he just needs to manage to break this, but I don't know if he's got the production. He's got a couple Roaches, but he knows he just needs to wait a few seconds and to pull back. And man, this Evo Chamber is so close to having +2. That'll affect Zoo's defense so well. Drones getting a nice kind of push and taking up some of the damage of these Roaches. As long as Zoo does not lose his hatches, he's going to win this.
Yeah, Vaisravana is just going to go ahead and he's starting to lose some Roaches. He's starting to bleed it, and he realizes it. So that's just GG. So ZhuGeLiang going 2-1 in this series, putting him 1 game away from getting out of this group and first place.
Definitely a nice game right there, and both players in the beginning, they're very careful about coming about it, but in game 1 and this game, Zoo, each time he's always had that slight upgrade lead in even no matter what else was going on, he had that upgrade lead and really played it out well. And Vaisravana right there, I love what he was trying to do, but again and again, Zoo has just always kind of been one step ahead of him, has already had the counterattacks going while Vaisravana was halfway through getting the counterattacks across the map.
Yeah, definitely. That counterplay was the key for ZhuGeLiang, just being able to have those Roaches there ready, and I think he already had them burrowed over there, way early on, so that wasn't just like a spur of the moment, let's send some Roaches over there. It's just